Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement for our commodities. Corn traded higher initially at the day trade open for Thursday, but through the day faded back into the red. Looks like that December corn, 479 and a quarter at the close, down 3/4. As we look toward beans, front month soybeans were working 5 cents off their lows, but still 3 to 6 cents in the red through the day. Soy meal futures were mixed, $1.30 gain for December. As we evaluate beans, January beans 13 and a quarter, down 8 and a quarter. The Deese bean meal managed a gain about 30 cents a ton at 429.50. Neighbor, as we look through wheat, those futures traded in the black, led by Chicago. KC wheat futures were working 4 to 4.5 cents in the black. As we examine hard red winter December, 654 3/4, up 5 3/4. Chicago wheat that December was up 11 at 579 and a half. As we look toward cotton, the midday market was 56 to 99 in the black. The December contract was a net 242-point gain for the move. As we look toward that cotton contract, December number 2 cotton, 84.59, up 78. As we move toward livestock, we see lean hog futures backing off their session highs. Some of them still 45 to 75 cents across the front months. Lean hogs December, 68.62 at the close, up 112. As we look toward cattle trading, 82-cent gain for October, 42 for December. It showed a loss in the back months. October feeders roll off the board today. As we look toward January feeders, 235.07 down 147, and December fats down a dime, 179.32. Neighbor, there your commodity moves for Thursday. We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how did the sale turn out?
Well, kind of a two-sided coin there. We're just talking about how good the rain was. Man, it covered a lot of country. That good soaking rain slowed our receipts down to only 400 head today, which didn't bother us one bit as far as that goes, but it hurt the calf market like it had at the start of the week. These temperatures fluctuating this time of year. It is October. The futures market earlier in the week being lower didn't help anything, and next week's weather is kind of an unknown. So all of those combined worked for a lower market. A good many of those calves today would have been at least $6 to $10 lower. Slaughter cows and bulls, still good demand on those, selling about steady. As you might expect, limited number of replacement type cows today selling about steady as well. Better quality steers, 400 to 600 pounds. Those we had from 190 up to a high of 235. Didn't have really many of those choice lightweight steer calves to test that market. Heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds from 180 to a high of 220. Same way there, didn't have any choice groups to really test that best market on those. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding 72 to 92. Still some of those highest yielding slaughter cows from 93 to a high of 103. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding 88 to 106. Highest yielding bulls from 108 all the way to a high of 124. And not enough bred cows or pairs test that market.
What do you know for next week?
Well, that weather will dictate a good bit of what happens on Tuesday. We were limited to about 4,200 head this Monday, so I would expect more of the same. If that wind comes in Sunday night or Monday, whenever it's supposed to hit, it could really slow things down. A good bit of that sheep and goat country to the south and west of us caught good rains, so that could eliminate those numbers that we would normally have. Cattle numbers will bounce back from this, hopefully somewhere between 700 and 800 head at next Thursday's regular sale.
Jody Fry, Producers in Cargyle. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Office number's 325-653-3371. My mobile phone's 234-7895.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jody.
Turn that heat lamp on, Larry.
I'll do my best. I'm going to lay under it. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Neighbor, let's look quickly at the meats. The National Pork Carcass Cutout value, $1.43 weaker, 86.18. Estimated hog slaughter, 1.455 million head, up 4,000 from last week, 4,000 head behind the same week last year. Neighbor, as we move toward the cattle side of the meat equation, looking at the wholesale box beef price, weaker in the afternoon. Looks like choice fell $3.89 and the select down 91. That tightened the spread to $22.86. Federal slaughter 377,000 head for the week through Wednesday, even with last week 8K behind this time last year. As we look toward the fat prices, looks like we're mostly near that Wednesday, which was $2.90 in the north, down 4 from last week. Neighbor, there's your meat moves for Thursday. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how'd the Thursday sale go in San Saba?
You bet, Larry. We ended up having right at 853 head, more than I thought we would after these good rains in the area. As I mentioned, I think we ended up in this area pretty well from 2 all the way up to 11 inches, kind of depending on where you're located at. Very, very good rains. Rivers are up some in areas, and also a lot of tanks got filled up. Oats and wheat's going to be doing a lot better on the folks that planted them. So pretty positive day with the moisture we had, and the way it came in, everything lasted 2 or 3 days. I thought overall the market improved pretty well as the week went by. With Monday being limited down the way we started out, and it really affected the market kind of on all types of cattle. I thought, and that was basically due to the larger number of cattle being placed on feed than was anticipated. I think kind of absorbed, and once everybody got to looking at the numbers, a lot of them moved to feed yards because of dry condition. There's a whole lot less cattle outside of the feed yards when compared to a year ago. So I think that helped bring the market kind of back again today. I did see with the good rains that fell throughout part of this area, I think it overall pretty well improved the potential with the fall grazing, and that basically I thought made the stock of steers probably anywhere from steady to $5 a hundred higher. I thought the stock of heifers were steady to $3 higher. I had a group of steers today. I drafted them weighing 14 head of them weighed 423 at $3.20 a pound. That was $1,353 some change on those 4 weights. I had to deal with 12 heifers today weighing 595 at $224 a pound, $1,332 on those. The bigger cattle were probably maybe $4 to $6 lower on the feeder steers, where Monday they were probably anywhere from $15 to $18 lower. So they really improved a lot as we progressed. I had a draft of 32 really choice black steers weighing 656 at $232. They dollared out right at $1,522. I thought the feeder heifers were maybe $6 to $7 lower compared to last week, and Monday they were probably anywhere between $12 and $18 lower. So that basically came back also. Packer cows were 2 to 3 higher, and bulls were overall steady. I thought the pairs and bred cows were steady on what was offered on a very limited test. So as a whole, overall, as pleased with the market, especially the way we started at the beginning of the week, Larry.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the Monday sale in Mason.
You bet. Then give us a call, Larry. Go 325-372-5159. Also remind everybody our big female sale that we got Saturday starting at 10 o'clock. Over 2,900 head of females consigned, bred cows, pairs, bred heifers, and open heifers. We list all on the website. We'll have our running order up on Friday evening around 6 o'clock or so. You look at that, and if you can't make it down and it starts at 10 o'clock, we do have it live on the internet too, like we have almost all the sales, Larry.
JordanCattle.com. Ken Jordan, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil field pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 24 inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10 foot wide to 30 foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, how's the bull business?
Oh, it's not too bad. It's got a lot of interest right now. We got in our second load from up there, some big old Charolais bulls. They're coming 2-year-olds. They're probably weighing 1,900. They're big and stout. They're really a nice set of bulls. We got some good Angus bulls here, Larry, that are 18, 20-month-old bulls, and some red Angus and Charolais. We still have a few of those seasoned up bulls that 2-year-old passed out here, a few Charolais and a couple of Angus and Herefords and Pole Herefords. But we got quite a bit of inventory on hand right now. But we've had a lot of calls, and people are going to start making their way in here to pick up some. So it's all good.
Good. And you caught a rain.
Yeah, and the rain doesn't hurt a bit,
Yeah.
Makes everybody feel pretty good.
And I guess you've gotten some of your oats planted?
Yeah, they're starting to come up. We got some of them planted. We got a few more to plant, but we've done pretty well. They're looking pretty nice, so maybe we'll dodge the armyworms this year since it's late already,
Yeah, and we got some cold weather coming too.
Yeah, it's supposed to get cool come next week, so I guess winter time's going to be here.
Yep. Well, we knew it was coming. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
We appreciate you, Leroy. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, and everybody be blessed with a little rain.
Good deal. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, neighbor. Larry Marble with you. We're here with Aaron Lee of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. Call 830-317-1797. They specialize in Texas farms, ranches, and custom homes on acres. Aaron, you've got a question for my South Texas ranch owners, don't you?
I sure do, Larry. I've been looking high and low for ranches for my clients, but there's been some problems.
What's the issue, Aaron?
Well, a lot of farm and ranch websites are outdated. A lot of agents aren't calling me back or updating listings, and I've got buyers ready to buy their perfect Texas ranch.
Now, don't all the agents put their properties online like y'all do?
Many do, but sometimes these properties aren't updated if they've sold or if they've been taken off the market for one reason or another. So what does that do? It wastes a whole lot of people's time. Right now, I've got buyers ready to go for properties in a lot of Texas County. Today, I want your listeners who have considered selling their ranchers out in Frio or LaSalle County or any of the counties surrounding to give me a call. If you're thinking of selling your ranch, I've got buyers ready to take a tour. And here's where I'm at with this. If you list your property with us today, you will get the service you deserve. Not all ranch agents are created equal, and I'll tell you what, I'm tired of watching sellers get cut rate service.
How can they reach you, Aaron?
They can call me directly at 830-317-1797, and I give you my word, I'll call you back. Or you can visit us at www.homesteadandranch.com.
Aaron Lee, Homestead and Ranch Realtors. Thanks for being on down on the farm.
Thank you, Larry.
We're on the line with Klein Spear. Tell everybody how the cattle sale went today.
We ended up with 545 head today, Larry. Got along pretty good. Packer cows and bulls, probably $4 to $5 lower on them. The good quality calves, lightweights were $4 to $5 better. Those kind of heavyweights were, I'd say, pretty steady with them. And plainer cattle were probably steady to maybe just a couple bucks cheaper, but still got along well. Choice steers, $1.80 to $2.45, and those lightweights $2.10 to $3.05. Choice heifers $1.80 to $2.35. The lightweight's $2 to $2.80. Crossbred steers $1.75 to $2.35. The lightweight's $2 to $2.85. Crossbred heifers $1.70 to $2.25. And the lightweight $1.85 to $2.70. Stocker cows $95 to $1.30. Those packer bulls $97 to $1.15. Breaker cows $82 to $96. Cutters and canners $67 to $79. And them Shelly cows kind of $30 to $55. Had just a few plain pairs $1,000 to $1,300. And the bred cows $1,000 to $1,400. So overall, got along pretty good kind of after that market fobble on Monday, but
right.
Kind of rebounded back, so it's nice to keep going for these producers.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the sales next week.
Give us a call at the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate it, Klein. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
We are on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Rodney, how is the Beeville sale looking for Friday?
We're tagging on 450 right now, so I imagine we'll get in another 100 between now and tomorrow when the sale starts at 11. We got some good calves up there. A lot of yearlings, mostly all yearling type cattle this week. Got some good calves to sell. Got those black cows that I talked about Sunday. About those, there's 64 of them that were bred. There was 10 open cows on them. And those cows are ranging anywhere from 4 years old to 9, 10-year-old cows. But there's a lot of young cows in there that are bred 4 to 7 months. So got a good set of black cows, and there's a good set of black calves that come with them. So we're going to have a good sale tomorrow, sir.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the sale on Friday.
Yeah, if I answer any questions or you have anything I can get your cattle sold, call me at 361-358-1727, or you can call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate it, Rodney. Thank you.
Thank you.
Neighbor, let's take a shorter look at the grains. Panhandle corn, 509.5. Panhandle milo, 519.25. Hot red winter wheat or hard red winter wheat, 569 3/4. Gulf Corn, $5.53 and a quarter. Gulf beans, $13.66 and 3/4. Texas cotton, 672 bales at $80.09. That's it for the Best Darn Farm Show in Texas. I'm Larry Marble, your neighbor. Neighbor, thanks for listening. Good day.